Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Welcome to today's session of Authentic Assessment Skill, a training course for the teachers taking biology of board classes. I am Aisha Suleiman, biology lecturer at Fauji Foundation College for Girls, New Lalazar, Rawalpindi. I am excited to share curriculum, assessment framework, and characteristics of biology paper with you. The scope of biology extends far beyond limits. Here are some fields one can pursue after gaining expertise in the subject. They are categorized into specialized, unique jobs, including pharmacist, other potential jobs, including high school teacher, non traditional jobs, including science journalist, or most common jobs, including surgeons. Now, this is National Curriculum 2022-23 of Biology. Progression grid and curriculum guidelines combine to make major components of National Curriculum 2022-23. National Curriculum 2022-23 comprises of domain-wise standards, benchmarks, student learning outcomes. Domain organizes the syllabus into logical themes or content clusters. Standards define the milestones expected to be acquired by the students. Benchmarks elaborate the standards, indicating what the students will accomplish at the end of developmental levels. Students' learning outcomes are based on benchmarks, are specific, measurable, and student oriented. Focus on the knowledge, skills, or abilities students should develop. For example, domain E includes tissue, organ, and systems. The standard for this domain is students should be able to describe the structure and function of tissues, including epithelial, connective, muscle, and nervous tissues. Explain the role of organs in maintaining homeostasis. Describe the structure and function of the major organ systems, including the circulatory, digestive, respiratory, nervous, endocrine, muscular, and skeletal systems. Explain how the different organ systems interact to maintain homeostasis in the body. Describe how diseases can affect the functioning of organ systems. This is progression grid illustrating the hierarchical progression of cognitive complexity. This illustration depicts the national curriculum's two primary domains, that is, domain A, nature of science in biology, and domain B, evolution and biodiversity classification. In biology, assessment criteria typically evaluate a student's understanding, application, and analysis of biological concepts, principles, and processes. Assessment is the process of measuring, evaluating, and verifying students' learning. Biology learning can be made more effective through various strategies, including active learning that engage students in hands on experiments and interactive discussions to foster participation, by inquiry based learning that encourage curiosity through questioning and problem solving activities, by visual aids use diagrams, models, and animations to simplify complex concepts, by collaborative learning strategies that foster deeper understanding by encouraging students to work together on group projects and engage in peer discussions, promoting collective knowledge sharing and insight. Use of technology for effective biology learning helps visualize complex biological concepts by using smartboards, conduct virtual experiments by personalized learning, and improve students' engagement by digital libraries and internet and online resources. In biology, assessment criteria typically evaluate a student's understanding, application, and analysis of biological concepts, principles, and processes. It includes formative assessment, that is, an ongoing process. During the class includes quizzes, polls, and class discussion for continuous feedback. Summative assessments that are taken at the end of the session include exams, standardized tests, and final projects to evaluate overall understanding. Self assessment, that is, assessment as learning, encourages students to assess their own progress and make improvements. Assessment framework is an outline that guides to follow a certain process of developing an assessment tool. Assessment framework also defines that what is being assessed, how it is assessed, and the criteria for measuring performances. Here is an illustration of Assessment Framework 2024 for grade first year age SSC 1. It includes learning objectives, specifies key biological concepts, principles, and skills students need to learn. For example, evolution, cell structure, genetics, etc. It includes assessment method, formative, summative, and summative for PBA. It also includes cognitive levels based on Bloom's taxonomy, assessing students at different levels. These are remembering, that is, the recalling of facts, understanding, explaining the concepts, and applying using knowledge in biology. A SLO typically includes a subject, biology, grade level, for example, ninth class, domain, E, and SLO number. So, by this, we can easily trace out any SLO that is given in any book or for the references. So, this is the Federal Board recommended biology syllabus suggests the following textbooks for SSC and HSSC 1 level. This is the recommended textbook for grade 9th along with the syllabus breakdown. Recommended textbook for grade 10th along with the syllabus breakdown. This is the recommended textbook for grade 11th along with the syllabus breakdown to facilitate effective learning and timely completion of the syllabus. Recommended textbook for grade second year biology along with the syllabus breakdown to facilitate effective learning and timely completion of the syllabus. Now we will discuss the characteristics of an ideal question paper. A good question paper measures students' ability level. It should be an overall balanced allocation of levels of cognitive domains in terms of knowledge, understanding, and application. The paper should be aligned with curriculum relevant SLOs in terms of depth and cognitive domains. Avoid repeating content covered in multiple sections. Propose difficult level of each question: easy 40%, moderate 40%, and difficult level is about 20%. The paper should be completed in allocated time. Number of questions as per policy are there in the question paper. Biology question paper of SSC and HSSC level of federal board comprises of three sections. The section A MCQ, section B comprises of short response questions, and section C comprises of extended response questions. Section A multiple choice questions is the compulsory part of the paper and accounts for 20% of total marks of the paper, with each MCQ carrying 1 mark. Section B offers a choice of up to 33% and accounts for 50% of the total marks of the paper. Section C, the extended response questions carrying choice up to 33% and accounts for 30% of the total marks of the paper. Now, how we can develop a test item or questions? MCQs are a form of objective test items in which students are asked to select suitable answers from the choices offered as a list. An MCQ is made up of two parts, that is STEM and responses. The STEM is a question that could be answered without looking at the response option. Responses are of two types, the key and the distractors. The key is the correct choice, and the distractors are the remaining answer choices. They are plausible but incorrect answer choices. An MCQ should be objective scoring, assess content deeply, can measure all levels of students' ability. It should promote critical thinking in students. It must have minimum guessing factor. Always use plausible distractors. MCQs should be aligned with SLO, course content coverage, consider cognitive domain. It must always have one correct answer. Avoid all of above, none of above, or these both A and B. Avoid negative statement. So here is a format for making multiple choice question according to SLO. It includes grade, subject, unit, SLO, item number, its STEM, and its correct key with cognitive level. Restricted response questions are made to test or measure understanding and application level. Wide content coverage. It should specify clear objective, avoid suppositions. It should be SLO coverage, consider cognitive domains. Always use appropriate verbs like compare, write, find out, identify according to the cognitive level. Consider time limitation. Specify point-wise clear marks distribution. This is a format for restricted response questions. It includes grade, subject, unit name, SLO, item number, its cognitive level, its difficulty level, and possible answer and rubrics. Extended response questions should have the following characteristics. It is made to test or measure the higher order thinking according to Bloom's taxonomy. It should specify clear objective, avoid suppositions. For example, mention all details. If diagram required, mention it. Extended response questions should be SLO coverage, considering the cognitive domain. Use appropriate verbs like discuss, illustrate, justify, create according to the cognitive levels. Assess depth of knowledge about a topic. Consider time limitation. Specify point-wise clear marks distribution. Some parts should have more marks than short response questions. Prepare rubrics and eliminate guessing. This is the format for extended response questions that include grade, subject, unit, SLO, item number or question number according to its cognitive level and difficulty level. It also includes possible answer and its rubrics. This is the format for extended response questions that include grade, subject, unit, SLO, item number or question number according to its cognitive level and difficulty level. It also includes possible answer and its rubrics. This is ninth class biology question paper that is designed to assess students' knowledge, understanding, and application of biological concepts. The question paper consists of section A, that is multiple choice questions, 12 MCQs carrying 1 mark each, covers various topics from the syllabus. Students are required to choose the correct answer from the given options. Section B comprises of short questions and section C comprises of long questions. Section B consists of 11 short questions carrying 3 marks each. Section C comprises of long questions, 4 long questions carrying 5 marks each. There is no open choice in the paper. For example, the question number 1 has 2 parts, the first choice question and the second choice question. The first choice question and the second choice question should not be from the same chapter. इस बात को मद्देनजर रखा जाए कि दोनों क्वेश्चन एक ही चैप्टर से ना बनाए जाएं। सेकेंडली, कोग्निटिव लेवल्स भी डिफरेंट होने चाहिए दोनों क्वेश्चंस के। फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर फर्स्ट चॉइस क्वेश्चन नॉलेज बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है, सो द सेकेंड चॉइस क्वेश्चन शुड बी फ्रॉम अंडरस्टैंडिंग और एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन। तो क्वेश्चन पेपर में हमने कॉग्निटिव लेवल्स का बैलेंस मेंटेन करने के लिए इस चीज़ को मद्देनज़र रखना है। सेकेंडली, पेपर को इस तरीके से डिज़ाइन किया जाए कि एवरेज लेवल का स्टूडेंट भी इजीली परफॉर्म कर सके। फॉर एग्जांपल, द क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, द क्वेश्चन इट्स फर्स्ट चॉइस क्वेश्चन इज नॉलेज बेस्ड, बट इट्स सेकेंड choice question is application based. These questions are not from the same chapters. The question number 2, first choice question is from the chapter number 10, and the second choice question is from the chapter number 9. So an ideal question paper should strike a balance across cognitive levels, allocating 30% knowledge-based questions, assessing recall and memory of biological facts, concepts, and principles. 50% understanding-based questions, evaluating students' comprehension and interpretation of biological concepts, processes, and relationships. 20% application-based questions, testing students' ability to apply biological concepts, principles, and theories to real-world scenarios, problems, and situations. This is the table of specification. Ensures a balanced question paper that covers all major topics. Questions are categorized into 3 cognitive levels: remembering, understanding, and application to test different learning skills. The weightage of marks is evenly distributed among major topics for fairness. This structure helps teachers design an effective assessment that aligns with curriculum objectives. To ensure a well structured and balanced assessment, it is essential to begin by developing a table of specification. So, this is the table of specification, outlines the distribution of questions for a balanced and properly aligned model biology question paper, ensuring coverage of all learning objectives, balance across cognitive levels. These are knowledge, understanding, and application. Appropriate allocation of marks according to the chapter and according to the paper. So, here is the rubric, that is a scoring guide used to evaluate students' answers based on specific criteria. It also reduces the time for teachers spending grading student work. It makes easier for teacher to explain to students why they got the grade they did and why they can do to improve. It ensures fair, consistent, and objective grading. So here is a rubric for one extended response question, that is, heart act as a pumping organ in the body. Explain the structure and function of a human heart along with the diagram. In this question, there are three criteria for assessing the students. Number one is structure of the heart, the second one is the function of the heart, and the third one is a diagram. So, marks allocation is 4 marks for the structure of the heart, 3 for the function of the heart, and the 3 marks for the diagram. The second part of the rubrics is levels of performance. These are the different quality levels. For example, excellent, so it gains the full marks, good, average, needs improvement. Descriptors, clear explanation of what each level means. So, there are many different parts of the rubrics, including the criteria, levels of performance, and the descriptors. On this level, we easily allocate the marks for the student who has attempted the question. One should guide the students for attempting question paper. The instructions should be: read instructions carefully, read the question paper thoroughly before attempting it. First, answer the questions that you know very well. Carefully read each question and pay close attention to the action words used, such as compare, analyze. Then tailor response to match the specific action word, providing a clear and relevant answer. Know the SLOs and the marking scheme. Manage time wisely. Stay calm during the exam. Avoid panic. Review your answers. Respond to each question by providing a clear and relevant answer that aligns with the marking scheme. If the students follow these instructions, they can attempt the paper within the limited time and very well. For attempting a SLO based paper, students must aware about the command words or the action words. So, a teacher should be responsible for introducing the command words to the students. Focus on common command words like analyze, explain, justify, outline. Guide students on responding to command words. Encourage practice and feedback. Align assessment questions with students' learning outcomes by incorporating action words from the curriculum. This ensures consistency and accuracy in evaluating students' learning. So, this work table have been created to align with the levels of Bloom's taxonomy. Always use arrange, describe, order, name, and memorize for remembering based questions. Always use apply, choose, modify, discover, diagram, show for the application based question. So, introduce the students about command words, their definitions and with examples. For example, using the word explain. The example is explain the process of photosynthesis. Using the command word compare, that means identify similarities and differences between two or more things. For example, compare the structure of prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. The command word discuss means a detailed argument or conversation on a particular topic, including different viewpoints, causes, or factors. For example, discuss the role of enzymes in metabolic reactions. Students should know the meaning of illustrate. That means provide an example, diagram, or analogy to clarify or explain a concept. For example, illustrate how the process of natural selection leads to evolution. On the other hand, introduce the students with the meaning of justify. That means provide reasons or evidences to support your answer or argument. For example, justify why the use of pesticides should be controlled. Students should know the meaning of predict, means make an educated guess or hypothesis about what will happen based on current evidence or trends. For example, predict the effect of temperature on the rate of photosynthesis. So, here is a list of different types of command words. For example, calculate means performing a mathematical operation to find a specific result. For example, calculate the mean of the data collected in the experiment. Introduce the students with the word classify. That means arrange the things into categories or groups based on shared characteristics. For example, classify the following organisms based on their traits. A teacher should instruct the students that how to attempt and review question paper. The main instructions should be that understand the exam format, time, and any specific rule. Quickly glance through the paper to understand the question types and format. Understand what is being asked and what the command words require. Allocate time for each question or section based on the marks allocated. Avoid irrelevant information and focus on answering the question directly according to allocated space on the e-sheet. Ensure you have answered all the questions and sections. And the students should obey these instructions for solving the question paper. Students make some common mistakes while doing the paper. Here are solutions to solve these mistakes. Number one is inadequate time management. For this, there is a solution that create a time management plan. And this is done by practicing many times during the college or school hours or at home. Poor reading comprehension and misunderstanding the commands. Students जल्दी में command words को understand नहीं करते. And they even don't know the meaning of the command words. For example, justify, illustrate. वो डायग्राम्स को ड्रॉ करने के बजाय वो एज ए होल उसकी थ्योरी थेरेटिकल पार्ट को लिख देते हैं. सो मार्क्स वहाँ से डिडक्ट हो जाते हैं. सो सबसे बड़ी मिस्टेक है स्टूडेंट्स की मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग द क्वेश्चन statements. So, for that, the solution is carefully understand the question and the command words. और ये कैसे हो सकता है? जब स्टूडेंट्स को कंप्लीट कमांड वर्ड्स के बारे में मालूम हो, उनके मीनिंग्स और उनके एग्जांपल्स प्रैक्टिस करवाई गई हों ड्यूरिंग द एग्जाम्स। Insufficient planning. Students with relevant information and ignoring the marking scheme. स्टूडेंट्स टू द पॉइंट होके आंसर नहीं करते, वो मार्किंग स्कीम को नहीं देखते। अगर क्वेश्चन 1 मार्क का है, वो उसमें सारी डिटेल्स को लिख देंगे और जिस क्वेश्चन के ज़्यादा मार्क्स हैं वो उसको टाइम नहीं दे पाएंगे। सो सबसे पहली चीज़ क्या है, वो प्रॉपर इंफॉर्मेशन को रीड करें और मार्किंग स्कीम को देखें दैट दिस क्वेश्चन इज ऑफ mark 1 or 2. So the solution for this is only provide necessary details and examples. The next point is that not answering the questions directly. So the solution for this is that ensure you address the specific question or the command verse. The next point is inaccurate or incomplete diagrams with incorrect labeling. सबसे बड़ा मसला बायोलॉजी के स्टूडेंट्स को क्या फेस करना पड़ता है, वो डायग्राम्स को फुली लेबल नहीं करते या जल्दी में उसको इनकम्प्लीटली ड्रॉ करते हैं। सो इस मिस्टेक को कैसे ओवरकम किया जा सकता है? बाय रेगुलरली प्रैक्टिस ड्राइंग डायग्राम्स एंड लेबलिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स। सो हाउ वन कैन डेवलप a revision and individual study plan. Create a flexible revision plan that adapts to individual students' needs and cognitive abilities. Focus on weak areas. Allocate extra time for topics you find challenging. Set a specific time for each topic based on difficulty and importance. Regularly track students' progress and make data driven adjustments to revision plans to optimize learning outcomes. Practice writing answers, labeled diagrams, important biological terminologies within set time with their spellings. Help students for self and time management. Help students set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound goals. Encourage students to create a schedule and stick to it. Use a planner or calendar. Encourage students to break down large tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. Help students allocate realistic time slots for each task. Encourage students to regularly review their progress and adjust their schedule as needed. Encourage self reflection. Use online resources and study guides. Thank you for your attention.